From huge changes to Odette to Avan getting another round of adjustments. And not just that, Muntun is doing something big for the whole battlefield. Hi guys, Kazuki here, and in this video let's take a look at all the changes dropped in patch note 1.9.84. So what's the wait for? Let's get straight into it. So yeah guys, by the way, this is part 2. In yesterday's video we covered everything related to cosmetics and event related changes that came with the patch. Before we continue, here's a quick announcement. We are doing a free Naruto skin giveaway. Yes buddy, no redeem code hassle, but the direct Naruto skin giveaway once we hit 1.6 million subscribers. So go on and smash that subscribe button with your kunai. Just like previous giveaways, we will do a live stream and pick a lucky winner. Also, there will be a special surprise for Kazuki Plus members. Stay tuned you all. Moving on to the hero adjustments. Let's kick things off with Zetian, who is coming in hot with some major buffs to help her scale harder in the mid and late game. Her skill 1 Phoenix Wave got a spicy enhancement. The third hit's magic power bonus jumped from 100% to 120%, making her combo burst even deadlier. Then we have got her skill 2. The base damage went from 150 to 225 plus 30% total magic power, all the way up to 150 to 250 plus 45% total magic power. That's clear sign Muntun wants her wave tier and poke game to hit harder, faster and more efficiently. Now over to Odette, who is finally getting some much needed quality of life love. Her skill 1 had its mana cost reduced from 90 to 140 to 80 to 105. So you will be able to harass more in lane without running dry instantly. For skill 2, they cut down the force swing time by 25% and completely removed the backswing. That means smoother casting and way less clunkiness when trying to escape or engage. And her ultimate also got a mana reduction from 200 to 280 down to 160 to 240, giving her more frequent opportunities to drop that deadly AoE when it matters most. Next is X.Borg. This main just got turbocharged. His ultimate is no joke anymore. They have doubled the number of rotations from 7 to 40, but reduced the base rotation damage from 200 to 100. However, here's a twist. His scaling was shifted. The previous 130% extra physical attack plus 90% total magic power is now 65% extra physical attack plus 45% magic power. So while each trick does a bit less on paper, the total damage output over time way higher. And there's a new mechanic during his ultimate. Firaga supplies won't be absorbed like before, but the moment his ultimate ends, boom, all nearby supplies are instantly absorbed. That's going to help him recover super fast after diving into team fights. Talk about high risk, high reward. Next is Lukas with impactful nerf. Lukas' passive resolve gain per second got cut from 1 to 0.5, which means slower ramp up during lane phase. Skill 2 saw a cooldown bump, now scaling from 14 to 8 seconds instead of 12 to 8. A small hit, but one that delays those smooth combos just a bit longer. And yet his ultimate got a slight buff. Extra resolve gain from it is now bumped up to 1 to 2. Which means in the late game roles, he is still going to stay very relevant. It's a classic case of nerfing the early but preserving the power later on. Next, Hayabusa is taking a hit, and this one's for the high rank nightmares he's been causing. The developer said it straight his combos damage was way too rewarding for how hard it is to actually pull off. So here's what they did. His passive can now only apply one stack of shadow mark per hit. So no more double staking cheese for burst deletes. And for his ultimate, the base damage scaling dropped from 50% extra physical attack to 40%, while the bonus damage went up to 90 to 150. Also the extra damage bonus got scaled up to 40 to 60% from 40. But again, it's less reliant on how fed your items are and more on precise execution. Terizla is big from the shadows, and this time he is coming with buffs that actually matter. His skill 1 cooldown also tweaked from a flat 9 seconds to scaling down from 9 to 7 seconds. as you level it up. That's more uptime in late game teamfights, letting Terizla throws out those massive flames more frequently. To improve his early game clear, his skill 2 now deals more damage to minions, up from 70 to 100% to 80 to 100%. That means faster lane control and easier pressure before items start rolling on. Paquito on the other hand is getting some cooldown love across the board. His skill 1 now goes from 7 to 6 seconds, while skill 2 has been adjusted to 8.5 to 6 seconds. That smooth reduction that makes missed combos less punishing in the late game. His ultimate cooldown got trimmed to from 18 to 15 seconds to 18 to 12 seconds, giving him faster access to those high-impact knockbacks, whether you are chaining combos or dancing through the front line. Paquito's back to feeling fluid and furious. Benedetta is slicing her way into smoother mechanics. Previously landing 3 hits didn't always fill her sword intent gauge completely, which made her enhanced basic attack combo feel a little off. Now that's fixed. She now gains more sword intent from both skills and basic attacks, and only need 3 hits to fully charge her blade intent. This means quicker combos, tighter timing, and better rhythm in fights, just like how a true assassin should feel. Now to Dragon himself, Yuzong, his HP regen from his passive felt clunky, especially when moving around. So the developers optimized his flight path and movement speed to boost his recovery efficiency. That's not all, his passive now restores lost HP more effectively. And his ultimate got major rework. HP boost was raised from 600 to 1400 to 1000 to 2000. And there's a new effect, it also increases the maximum HP while recovering the same amount of HP. However, the base damage boost from his ultimate got rolled back a bit to balance things out. He is now bulkier and more sustainable, especially in extended team brawls. Next up, God is taking a little step back. Last patch, his skill 1 was optimized and turned into a laser of doom, but it went a bit too far. So Muntun is dialing it back slightly by reverting the force swing time reduction. Basically, he is still deadly but no longer instant react levels of dangerous. Ling is also getting a light touch-up. Because of the resilience changes, enemies can now escape airborne effects more easily. So to keep things fair, Ling's ultimate now applies a 40% slow for 1.5 seconds. It helps keep targets locked in, just long enough for Ling to swoop in and clean up. Next up we have Well. He's getting a quick boost thanks to the airborne timing changes. The duration of his skill 2 airborne effect has been extended from 0.6 seconds to 0.8 seconds, giving him a smoother window to follow up with his ultimate. So if you are a fan of that deadly 2 into ultimate combos, this buff got your back. Kufra also got hit by resilience checkup, especially since his combo depends on locking targets in place. To keep his engages tight and reactive, Muntun reduced the backswing of his skill 1 by 60% when hitting heroes. This means you will snap back into action faster and won't feel as sluggish during those crucial knockouts. Next is Atlas, the deep sea disruptor. His entire passive mechanic, Frigid Breath, relies on freezing enemies with timing. But because of resilience, that freeze effect was falling short. To fix it, the freeze trigger time is now down from 3 seconds to 2 seconds, which means faster lockdowns and more reliable initiation. This will definitely help him stay dominant in clustered team fights. Next up, we have got a big jungle cleanup operation going on. Muntun is rebalancing creep clear speeds across the board. Freya and Alpha were clearing jungle camps too fast, so their passive got nerfed. Their basic attacks and skills now only deal 75% damage to creeps. On the flip side, Alucard was too slow in the jungle, so now as a demon hunter, all of his damage against creeps is boosted by 15%. Finally, a jungle buff for the Lifesteal King. Sun also struggled with clearing early on. His passive now gives him and his clones plus 50 basic attack damage against creeps. That will speed up his early farm a lot. Saber joins the jungle buff squad too. His skill 1 no longer has the downside of dealing only 50% damage to creeps. That cape has been removed, giving him full damage output and faster clears. Next up is lens load again, and yup, his buffs from earlier patches are getting dialed down once more. The skill 1's base damage is now reduced from 200 to 325 to 150 to 275. And the cooldown got nerfed to 14 to 10 seconds instead of 10 to 8. So while he still dances around like a blade master, the damage and uptime aren't as forgiving. Nolan, our space cutting assassin, also had his passive base damage reduced, now from 280 to 240. It's a small nerf, but just enough to curb some of that oppressive burst potential when he chains his portals correctly. Next up is Aman, who is going through a bit of backtracking. Moontoons partially reverted his previous buffs, slowing down his early game spell cycling. His skill 1 cooldown has been bumped up to 7 to 5.5 seconds, and skill 2 also slowed down a bit, now sitting at 11.5 to 9 seconds. But here's the trade-off. His ultimate cooldown got a nice trim from 55 to 45 seconds down to 50 to 40 seconds. So while he casts less frequently early, he gets more opportunities to go for lethal picks with his ultimate. Roger also had his buff slightly worked back. His ultimate cooldown now takes longer, up from 6 to 4.5 seconds to 7 to 4.5 seconds. That early aggression will cost him more now, but the late game still keeps its fast-paced nature. Now let's shift over to Battlefield and system adjustments. First off, Battlefield effects test is now live. These are new environmental effects randomly applied in both classic and ranked matches. You will see a small icon during hero selection that tells you which one's active, and once the game starts, it stays for the entire match. Here are the new effects being tested. Boulder Shatter, Danger at every turn, Free Roaming, Rushing Torrent. But note, this feature is only available to select test players for now. Now let's talk jungle adjustment. To even out creep tier speeds, Moontoons tweaked a few systems. Blaze jungling boots now deal 40 DPS instead of 25, with double effect for non-MM heroes, a solid boost for assassins and fighters. Jungle creeps like Molten Fiend, Lava Golem and more got 13% more base HP to make early clears slightly more demanding. New effect in jungle area, junglers now take 15% less damage in their own jungle, while allies take reduced damage in enemy jungle, down from 20% to 15%. Less risk when invading, more durability while farming. Now onto emblem changes. And this one's big for fighters. Fighter emblem just got more potent. Spellwamp increased from 10% to 12% and hybrid defense got bumped from 6 to 8. Perfect for those bruisers who love sustained rolls. Killing Spree is juicer too. Lost HP recovery rises to 20% and bonus move speed is now 25%. Expect assassins to get even stickier after a kill. Now for some talent adjustments. These might look small, but they are gonna shake up your builds. Killing Spree got stronger, Lost HP recovery is now 20% and movement speed boost is 25%. Perfect for assassins who love to clean house and run it back. Weapon Master gives a bit more bite, attack bonus bumped from 5% to 6%. Festival of Blood sees a weird twist. Maximum stakes reduced from 8 to 6, but that could mean faster ramp up and consistency. Wilderness Blazing got nerfed. Movement speed bonus dropped from 10% to 8%, making roam play slightly slower. Bargain Hunter, Quantum Charge and Fatal all took hits too. Bargain Hunter now offers 96% instead of 95%. Note above, it's a wording cleanup. Quantum Charge's cooldown rose to 10 seconds, slowing that spam pace. Fatal crit damage dropped from 10% to 8%, so marksmen will feel this one. Moving on to weekly free heroes. Free hero rotation from May 16 to May 23rd are as follows. And if you are Starlight members, you are getting 6 bonus heroes. So guys, what do you think? Which change are you most excited about? What do you think about all the hero adjustments? Did you have a look at our part 1? Comment down all your answers below. So that will be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Keep supporting Kazuki Official.